Hey everybody, Dirty Dan here from Greasy Customs. Today we are working on air conditioning in this 69 Ranchero. We're going to install this AC kit from Vintage Air. This is under the dash unit like the Mustangs used. Some people call it a knee chiller or a ball chiller unit. We're going to install that along with the condenser, the compressor mount, and the compressor from Vintage Air as well for this engine. Let's get started. Start off, we have 4 boxes. Well, you can see 3 of them, whatever. The condenser, we got these brackets right here that bolted on wherever you'd like. We've got all of our under the dash unit right here, and here is all of your hoses, and then here is your compressor as well as your mounting brackets. Now first things first, to get started, we're gonna do the condenser. You need to remove your hood latch assembly out of the way. Sorry, I got ahead of myself and already removed it. Next, you need to fit your condenser. You notice there's brackets in all 4 corners, and you have your hose connections on one side. Now, you need to know, where's your AC compressor going to go? Is it going on the driver's side? Is it going on the passenger side? Where are you going to mount your dryer? You need to know all these things before you bolt this in and determine your location. But just for the heck of it, if you're running the lines out on the driver's side, you'll see you have plenty of adjustment in the slots there. You can move those brackets around, and you can actually screw them right into this radiator support. Always check the other side, make sure you're not going to hit anything. But we'll get this squared up and mounted in there once we determine where our AC compressor goes. Now, if you notice, we have 2 separate pieces here. The main piece is your AC compressor mount. You'll see this is designed to mount to the front of the cylinder head. But we have a problem. If you'll notice, the power steering pump mounts to the cylinder head in one of those bolt holes. Well, Vintage Air does have a solution for this. There's your part number right there, 131108. This is for your small block Fords to remount the power steering pump. Now this comes with different brackets to mount your factory pump for it to work with this bracket. So we're going to get that going in just a second. The main thing is we know that our AC compressor is going to be on this side, and we know where to mount our condenser for the easiest routing of the lines. All right, look at that. Marked the holes, pre-drilled, mounted the 4 screws. Now, fit check. We'll slide that in there. There we go. Look at that. Room for days. Also, make sure you got a little bit of room in between the radiator. You don't want it fitting up too tight against it. Make sure the lines are not going to be in the way of anything, and make sure that your screw holes aren't going to pierce anything like a battery or the radiator. The next task that we're going to tackle is we need to do the power steering pump bracket and the AC compressor bracket and get those mounted. It's going to require us to do a couple things. One, we're going to have to move this ignition coil out of the way and relocate it. For now, we're just going to unbolt it and set it to the side. Then we'll go ahead and take our power steering pump loose, take the brackets off, move it to the side, and begin following the instructions for that first, and then with the AC compressor bracket coming in. So let's get it torn apart. If you've been following along on the Bronco videos, you will know that I learned something very important. Instructions are important. And if you look at the first part of the instructions for the AC bracket kit, it says to go back and do the power steering kit. So we're going to do that first. Okay, so that was a little bit of a lie. You'll notice this is without the power steering bracket, and it shows you the spacers in there, and then it shows you a different length spacer with the power steering bracket with the air conditioning compressor. It looks like you kind of have to put them both on at the same time. But pictures are very detailed and clear, and they have all of your numbers and your measurements on there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Now that we have our bracket all together and we know that it's going to work in there, we have to do one more important thing. We've got to take off this pulley and the bracket on the pump. Now you can remove the pump and do it, or you can do it in place depending on your tool. I have these snap-on pulley pullers, but you can get just about any different brand, and they also rent them out at the parts store. But we're going to remove the pulley to install it into the bracket. That everything fit beautifully. All the bolt holes lined up in the factory holes, all the bolt holes on the pump lined up just fine. And on the back side, let me shine some light so you can see. Your line, factory line hooks right up. The kit comes with a new nut to hold that bracket on the back. Now, you don't have to put the pulley on right now if you have the room. If you don't have the room with your tool, then you will need to put the pulley on beforehand. Your AC compressor is going to be held on with 3 bolts. You have one here on the adjusting side, and then your bottom ear here, and your bottom ear here as well. You can see that, and you can see it comes with a nut and a washer and bolts. They have a little bit of a shoulder on them, and this is now your adjustment for your belt as well. You can see we're good. It's not hitting anything on the engine, and it looks like the pulleys are going to line up fine as well. Well, 2 things. 1, it's getting a little bit dark, and 2, now that we know it all fits on there, we're going to remove the AC compressor and remove the bracket, and we're going to go ahead and paint them. They are raw steel and will start to rust after a while once the oil wears off on them. It's best to go ahead and paint them now instead of on the engine block and getting spray paint all over everything. So we'll take those off, spray them tonight, let them sit. By tomorrow morning, they should be dry. We can go ahead and continue on with the installation. Well, it's a beautiful day here, and the paint has dried. Look at that. It's a really nice looking setup. You can probably see it a lot better now. I was kind of working outside in the dark last night, but really nice. We'll go back and put the pulley on in a little bit. Now, let's talk about the next step. So the next step. Now, this is where it may get a little bit different, and it depends on what you'd like to do. Now, in this box, we have the actual under the dash unit. We can go ahead and get that mounted, and then we can start running our lines out of the firewall and onto the dryer, the compressor, and the condenser. Or you can go ahead and put your pulley on your power steering pump and hook up your belts and get all that locked in and run some of your hoses on the outside, maybe from the compressor to the condenser, and go ahead and mount your dryer. It really doesn't matter too much as long as you still plan ahead. Don't just go and not think about the next step. Now, where we mount this unit and we've got to figure out where to run the lines out of the firewall, that's going to be my next step. So we're going to unbox this unit, show you what's inside, and then we'll talk about mounting it up. So what all is in the big box with the end of the dash unit? You have your drain hose kit along with the grommet you need to run it through the firewall, and some of this tape in here. Some people call it dum-dum tape. It's real sticky, and that'll seal up your holes. You have your mounting brackets. This is the hardware kit, and it comes with all the hardware, nuts, bolts, and brackets to mount your unit. And then the important part is the unit itself. Let's get this thing ripped open so I can show you a little bit better look at it. The front of this unit looks great. It has a nice vintage look to it. These vents can move, kind of like a ball and socket joint. On this side, you'll see the switch labeled F. That is for your fan speed. And on this side, you'll see a C, and that is for your temperature. Obviously, the more you turn it up, the colder it's going to be. These side brackets that are supplied with the kit attach pretty easily. I'll unscrew a bolt so you can see in there. You can see there's a threaded insert, and then you just take your 1/2-inch long bolt and thread it in there, and voila, you have adjustability in this to mount it under your dash. Now, if you look at the instructions, you got this big tall bracket right here. That is mounted at the back to support the back side of it. If you were to just mount it off of here, even though this unit is light, it's going to fall towards the back, and eventually these are going to bend or damage your dash. Now, we moved our unit to the inside of the car, and we want to put it right here. First problem. That cable operated knob for the vent is going to have to move that way, or maybe we can put it up later, closer. Also, the back bracket that goes on here, it's not a lot of room, because as you can see, once you slide this unit into place, it actually fits pretty tight under the dash. So we're going to get it mounted on the front, and then we'll sort out the back. Now that we have that cable out of the way, we still have a problem. You can see there's a little bit of a gap before it touches the dash, and we don't want it up anymore because then you can't get your ashtray out. Couple solutions. You could slide it over all the way over here. I think that looks silly. I like it centered, but we still got to make sure it's not in the way of the throttle pedal, and we may have to slide it over just a little bit. So we'll check that out, and then we'll make some spacers to put in between our brackets that look nice and neat, and get the front hung at the right spot, and then sort out the back. I didn't like the way the spacer looked on this bracket. It looked goofy and out of place, so I made a taller bracket out of just like 20 gauge sheet metal just to try it out and make sure it was going to work. And now we're going to transfer that to some 16 gauge, and then we'll have some new brackets. We'll paint them. It'll look just like this when we're done, but taller and fit perfect. We went from the original to an extended drawing to the new one. Ta-da! Look at that. The same but different. Well, there you go. Well, it's kind of in there. It's a little crooked because I haven't tightened the bolts up yet. But the important thing is the ashtray is functional. The glove box is functional. It didn't block any of those. The downside is with this little bit of room right here, there's like no room between the bottom of the dash and the floor. You will see your lines a little bit back there and your drain line. But honestly, when you're sitting in the car, who cares? Also, when you're sitting in the driver's seat, can't see it at all. Well, that is going to wrap it up for episode number 1 on our AC install in the Ranchero. This presented some unique issues that we've been able to handle, and obviously this being a universal unit is going to be different depending on what you're working on, whether it's a Falcon or a Comet or a Ranchero or a Mustang or a Fairlane. They're going to have differences. The important thing is the kit on the engine works well, the condenser fit well, and the AC unit did fit under the dash and still allowed the ashtray to function as well as the glove box. Now in the second part, this is only going to be 2 parts. In the second part to this build, we are going to run the electrical. We are going to run our lines. I'm going to show you how to crimp those lines at home with the simple kit that you can buy if you plan on doing multiples of these. And then we're going to fire this thing up and test it out. So if you have any questions about what I did or any of the products that we used, please feel free to message me. I'd be more than happy to help you. You can message me on here in the comments or social media or at greasyboycustoms@gmail.com. Till next time, happy hot rodding.